don't want to look like a loser right now, but everyone saw I was better than Justin that fight, but the UFC wanted him to win. The lad smashed my eye with his finger. I had to play all of the rounds with a broken eye, which is not fair.
Man, you need to wake the... Oh, he poked him. He fucking poked him. No, you're good. You're good, mate. Chicken in a fucking Coca-Cola. Straight poked him. Look. What? That was intentional. Hey, man, nah. You better fucking suck it up, dog. I'm good, mate. I can fucking see. Give me a fucking potato with beans. I'm fucking good, you mushroom. There's your last fucking one, you goddamn mushroom. You Spanish sausage, you. Man, knock his ass out for poking you in the eye now. Knock him out, white boy. Easy. I'm a real white boy. Oh! Boo! Boo! Yeah, wrap him up.
Pause whatever you're doing right now. Secure the room, kill the lights, and crank your volume all the way up. Because what unfolded inside Joe Rogan's Austin studio wasn't just another podcast clip, and it definitely wasn't a routine sports chat. What the world witnessed was a brutal teardown of a reputation, a public reckoning that dragged one of the UFC's ugliest controversies into full daylight. If you were scrolling through X yesterday thinking Dana White went too far by handing Justin Gaethje a lifetime ban, if you convinced yourself the eye poke was just a freak moment, a split-second mistake in the chaos of combat, then stop, sit down, and listen closely. What Joe Rogan and Paddy Pimblett laid out wasn't opinion or hype. It was evidence. And that evidence has completely shifted the discussion from a debate about sportsmanship to something far more disturbing, bordering on organized wrongdoing. The mood inside the studio said everything. No jokes, no laughter, no casual whiskey-fueled energy, just silence. The kind of silence that tells you something serious has just been exposed, and there's no going back.
Oh, now that is... You see, this is what Justin does. He puts his palm out. Fuck, that is nasty. Nasty. Oh my God. Look at that, boys. Can I get a zoom in on that? That is in there, boys. Once again, I always say it, you're never going to stop eye pokes in mixed martial arts because Justin Gaethje finds his shot. He finds his shot. I'll pull up a couple more shots of Justin Gaethje trying to find a shot where it's actually a video of how he likes to go about. That's what he does. He goes here and then he throws his big ass right hand behind his shot to land. He goes like this, boom, boom. He does it every single time, but that is a nasty. Guys, I wish I could say this is Photoshop, but I like to bring it to you guys. This is not fucking Photoshop. This is a picture taken from the fight. Wow. I mean, yeah, that is nasty. But once again, look where Paddy's hands are at. Besides the eye poke, Paddy's hands are down here. They need to be up here. Man.
The moment Paddy Pimblett stepped into the room, you could feel the gravity. He looked battered, like someone fresh out of a nightmare. Dak, full coverage sunglasses hid most of his face, but they couldn't hide the thick medical dressing tape beneath them. Shielding and eye doctors are still working non-stop to preserve. This wasn't the look of a victorious fighter. This was the look of someone who barely made it through. Joe Rogan didn't ease into the conversation. There were no warm introductions, no small talk. He went straight for the truth. No delays, no filters. And once the footage appeared on that screen, the argument everyone had been having online came to an abrupt end. There was nothing left to debate.
He was hurt, and I was like, what is happening? I didn't even know. I don't know. I even asked coaches, like, what did I hurt him with? I don't know what I hurt him with in the first round. He was very hurt. And I didn't recognize it until he found the fence, and reached for the fence with both hands. I was like, what the fuck is going on? But that's how fast it is. I was like, I want to finish this right now, but I didn't want to take too many chances and put myself in bad position and get knocked out so that the world can shit on me. So
Rogan opened the episode without easing anyone in. He stared straight into the lens and dropped a line that instantly changed the tone. This wasn't sports anymore. This was evidence. What viewers were about to see, he said, looked less like a competition and more like a crime scene. He immediately told Jamie to load up the original footage, the raw, untouched 4K version. No edits, no commentary overlays, and instead of letting it play normally, Rogan slowed it down to a painstaking, frame-by-frame crawl. He froze the clip well before the moment of contact, nearly half a minute out. That's when it became impossible to ignore. On the screen, in crystal clear detail, there was no clenched punch, no open palm, no defensive motion. What you could clearly see was Justin Gaethje's hand with 4 fingers tightly curled, while the thumb jutted outward, rigid, unnatural, and fully extended. It wasn't loose. It wasn't accidental. It was aimed like a weapon, lined up perfectly with Paddy's eye. Rogan snapped. This is a man who has spent decades calling fights, training martial arts, and breaking down striking mechanics at the highest level. Someone who understands movement, form, and intent better than almost anyone alive. And he couldn't hold back. He shouted into the mic, telling people to focus on the details, on the structure of the hand, on the position of the thumb. He explained that after throwing countless hooks in his lifetime, he's never seen a legitimate punch delivered that way. Nobody throws a proper left hook with their thumb sticking out like a blade unless they're trying to do permanent damage. That wasn't a striking technique. That wasn't a mistake. According to Rogan, that was a deliberate act, something pulled from street fighting, not professional combat. A move designed not to score points, but to destroy a career.
Like, I'm shocked Paddy has not shot a double leg. For how good his grappling is, I'm very shocked by that. See, this is where, like, the MMA, it's like you have such a clear advantage over somebody in grappling. I just feel he does, but he can't get him there. You don't have the fucking hands to knock him out. And he's pulling away. For somebody with good grappling, it's like, go underneath, shoot a takedown. Stop trying to fucking grab. He's trying to fight a bull that you don't have the power to beat the bull. The bull is strong there. Shoot, creep. See, he shot when he was hurt. He didn't shoot when he was fresh. Paddy is tough as fucking nails. I give him that.
When Paddy Pimblett finally spoke, his voice barely held together, strained by pain, anger, and something deeper. And what he described sent a chill through everyone listening. He pushed back hard on the idea that it was just an eye poke. According to him, it was nothing like that. He said he could feel the thumb drive past the surface, forcing its way behind the eye itself. He described hearing a dull pop inside his head, something that didn't feel like a strike at all, but a deliberate gouge. Not a brief touch, not a scrape, a twist. Paddy explained that he knew exactly why it happened. He said the momentum of the fight had shifted. He was winning the exchanges. His opponent was fading. And in that moment, when it became clear a knockout wasn't coming, a calculated decision was made. Not to outfight him, but to take something more permanent. Vision. That testimony, coming from someone who may never fully recover his sight, landed with more force than any punch ever could. It reframed the incident as the act of a fighter backed into a corner. Someone who saw the end approaching and chose to cross a line that can't be uncrossed. But as disturbing as the video was, Rogan made it clear that the visuals weren't even the most alarming part. The audio was. Rogan revealed that UFC production staff, working alongside the Athletic Commission, were able to isolate and clean up sound from the opposing corner during the break between the first and second rounds. This audio never made it to the live broadcast, but on the podcast, it was played in full. And it was haunting. You can clearly hear panic in the coach's voice, shouting instructions, complaints about losing range, warnings that the jab was doing damage, and then, unmistakably, the directive, telling his fighter to take the other man's vision, even if it meant using the thumb. Hearing it out loud changes everything. Let that sink in.
Obviously delivered in the main event, capped off with a war. Just give us your thoughts on Justin Gaethje and Paddy Pimblett delivering a 5-round battle.
Yeah, I mean, what a couple. So Paddy Pimblett at the weigh-in yesterday says, I'm going to knock this motherfucker out tomorrow. And I was like, that's interesting. And he never abandoned that game plan. Even when, he got dropped a couple times, I kept waiting for him. I'm like, he's eventually going to have to shoot and try to submit him. Now, I didn't know Paddy Pimblett had a chin like that till tonight. And yeah, absolute dogfight in a war, and much respect to both guys.
We haven't seen Justin yet, so we don't know what his status is physically. But I mean, is the interim, is the unification fight have to be next, or is there a case if he's hurt and needs to be out for a while?
Apparently he's 100%. So we sent Paddy Pimblett straight to the hospital, and then we're going to send Gaethje too. And Gaethje's like, believe me, I've been in plenty of wars. I'm good. So
The instruction wasn't defensive. It wasn't about awareness or positioning. The coach didn't say, cover up or move your head. What he said was far more explicit. Use the thumb if necessary. The moment that audio played, Rogan exploded. His face flushed red as he slammed his hand down on the desk, hard enough to make the studio equipment rattle. He shouted that this crossed a line no one could pretend wasn't there. In his words, that wasn't strategy. That was a criminal request. He made it clear that ordering a fighter to intentionally injure someone in order to stop a fight isn't coaching. It's directing an assault at that point, Rogan argued. The situation stops being about competition entirely. You're no longer talking about professional fighting. You're talking about something that looks disturbingly like organized wrongdoing. Rogan went on record without hesitation, saying he fully supports Dana White's decision to issue a lifetime ban. His reasoning was simple. If the sport allows behavior like this to go unpunished, it stops being a regulated competition and turns into something far darker. A ruleless spectacle where careers and lives are expendable. And once that line is crossed, there's no sport left to protect.
26 wins, 5 losses, 20 KOs. The dude fucking KOs people. Early on, he'd calf kick the fuck out of people. He'd calf kick people where they couldn't take it anymore. He had many TKOs from calf kicks alone. The guy is just a dense fucking ball of muscle, built for fighting, 37 years old now. He's crumpled people with his left hook. He's crumpled people with his right hand. Paddy Pimblett is going to have to be very careful throwing his flurries on Justin Gaethje. Justin Gaethje will sit down and rip a left hook, or sit down, drop his head, and launch a right hand. That's Justin Gaethje's ways to win. He could KO Paddy.
And just when it seemed like the situation couldn't sink any lower, Rogan introduced something far more disturbing: the betting data. He pulled up charts from the sports books, cold numbers, not opinions, and what they showed was impossible to ignore. In the minutes leading up to the walkouts, an enormous surge of money poured into Las Vegas betting markets. Not on a winner, not on a knockout, but on a bizarre, rarely played prop bet that the fight would end due to a foul or disqualification. We're not talking about small wagers. Rogan pointed out that this spike represented millions of dollars, an amount so large and so sudden that it defies normal betting behavior. He stared at the screen and asked the question no one wanted to say out loud. Who puts 7 figures on a fight ending by a foul unless they already know what's coming? That's when the narrative shifted again. Because if those numbers are legitimate, this wasn't just a reckless act inside the cage. It suggests planning, coordination. A potential payoff is waiting on the other side. The eye incident stops looking like a desperate last resort and starts looking like a calculated move tied to gambling profit. Rogan made it clear what that would mean. At that point, this wouldn't be a rules violation or a dainty tactic. It would be a federal matter, the kind of situation that attracts law enforcement, financial investigators, and serious criminal charges. If proven true, this isn't about cheating in a fight anymore. It's about fraud. It's about racketeering. And it changes everything.
You have a message for Ilia Topuria if he's watching this?
No. No, I don't give a
The
fuck.
message will be in the Octagon.
I don't give a fuck. I control my thoughts. I control my emotions. I won't give him the time of day. I'll, rely on my coach to watch him a lot. I've seen him fight, obviously, but I don't really go back and watch these guys. I really rely on my coach. I watched Paddy today. I watched Paddy and Chandler today. But I really rely on my coach to create a game plan and instill it into training. And yeah, this is so fast. I have no idea what the fuck's going on right now.
Well,
Paddy Pimblett closed the episode with words that felt ripped straight from a film. He leaned forward, adjusted the patch over his eye, and made a vow that cut through the room. He said he's coming back, no matter the cost. 1 eye or 2, surgery or no shortcuts. And when he returns, he's coming for the belt. Then his tone shifted. He said the real loss wasn't physical, it was legacy. According to him, his opponent didn't lose a fight. He forfeited his name. He chose a shortcut over courage. He walked away from a fair contest and will spend the rest of his life knowing he couldn't finish the job clean. That's why this interview mattered. In Paddy's view, this wasn't a freak moment or bad luck. The footage shows intent. The audio reveals instruction. And the betting data suggests motivation. Together, they tell a story that looks far bigger than an accident inside the cage. Now the question turns to you. After hearing the corner audio, after watching the hand mechanics frame by frame, is there anyone left who can honestly defend what happened? What should the consequences be? Drop your verdict in the comments, and don't forget to subscribe, because this story is far from finished. The legal fallout is just beginning, and we'll be tracking every development as it unfolds. This isn't the end. The investigations are coming. The lawsuits are next. And for the first time, the full truth is out in the open.
He earned it. Justin Gaethje's fought all these fucking monsters his whole goddamn career. Edson Barbosa, Donald Cerrone, Eddie Alvarez, Dustin Poirier, Khabib, Michael Chandler, Charles Oliveira, Fiziev twice, Dustin Poirier again, Max Holloway. Like, holy shit. He's fought the elite. So I'd love to see Justin Gaethje get it done. If I had to put, fuck, this is hard. If someone gave me $10,000 to bet with and they said, hey, put it on who you think's gonna win, I'm gonna say 60-40. 60-40. 40% chance that Justin Gaethje knocks Paddy Pimblett out, hits him on his chin when Paddy Pimblett's flirting, hits him right on his fucking, hits him right on the scouser chin, bunk, gets dropped. 40% chance, I think. 60% chance this fight, Justin's not able to find him. It's a little bit, it's like a spastic, weird style. He's not.
With Paddy, if he can eat it, I can see Paddy catching Gaethje and maybe almost like a Oliveira fight, you know, catch Gaethje, hurt Gaethje wobble, and then, you know, get to Gaethje's back or something, maybe subtle. You know what I mean? Like, Paddy is very well rounded. You know, he out wrestled wrestlers, he out grappled grapplers. He stands with you. You know, he doesn't care. He throws. You know, everybody be like, his chin is in the air. He takes shots. Yeah, he takes shots and he still walks forward. How long will that last? We don't know. And that's the question I have to this fight. Or what his reaction is going to be when Justin Gaethje catches him. Justin Gaethje punches like a truck. He kicks like a. I'm not surprised if any of these guys win, because I can see two clear paths to these guys winning. I can see Gaethje catching Paddy, you know, putting him down, finishing him. Then I can see Pimblett catching Paddy, Pimblett catching Gaethje, maybe knock him out or hurt him enough to where he can get a submission. You know, I think so. Paramount, the UFC did a really great really great job of putting this first Paramount card together. From the main card, the first main card fight, to the main event is sick. It's gonna be action packed, and you fans are gonna love it. You know, the new fans are gonna love it. I mean, Gaethje is just violence. Paddy Pimblett doesn't run away from violence. It's gonna be a fun fight. Like I said, I don't know who to choose. I'm not choosing no one. I see both guys. I think this is a coin flip. I think whoever can endure the more damage is gonna win this one.